They call me N to the OX. My name is Nox. Africa's best. Boss Spencer. CST.
How are you finding England? I know you've been here a few times, so...
It's not as cold as I thought, but it's fine, it's fun.
Yeah.
Festive season is always good.
Yeah. So what's your plans for Christmas?
I've got a function on the 24th here in Northampton. And then Christmas, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm going to be drinking somewhere.
So like, last time you came, obviously compared to the first time you came, how do you think that the audience or the people come to your shows is like compared to the first time you used to come here and to now? Do you think that there's a difference?
Yeah, there is, you know, because these days people really come out for shows.
Yeah.
And they really support. But I think what's been happening of late is that the visas were taking long.
Yeah, yeah.
Some other people actually couldn't manage to get visas.
Yeah.
And for the past 2 months, there's been a lot of cancellation of shows.
Yeah.
And I think that meant that people lost confidence in people, in like artists being actually coming for the shows. So I like the last show I did, the turn-up was not as much as it's supposed to be, because Coventry, you know, that's my that's like the center of everything.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Do you think that it's to do with the way the shows are marketed, or do you just think that it's just people not?
No, I think the main reason is because of the fact that many shows were cancelled. You know, many shows.
Yeah.
Even my other show that I was supposed to do last month, it was also cancelled. I think it was because of the permit issues. And I heard someone saying it's because of the Ebola virus. That's why they cannot give visas, you know, easily anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think people in diaspora promote your music? As like, do you think that they promote it in terms of buying the actual music from like digital distribution like iTunes, or is it in terms of just going to your shows and concerts?
I think basically it's more to do with shows. Them turning up, you know, for shows. And it's not really much about buying the music anymore because of piracy. So selling CDs is not profitable anymore.
So how do you view artists that gives out music for free? Do you think that's creating
I think it's a good idea, because it's all about building an audience.
Yeah.
You know, if people get to know your music, that means that when you do shows or when you say I'm selling t-shirts, you know, branded t-shirts, caps, whatever. I think it's the way to go. People should get the music.
Do you think that people would then feel like there's no need to buy music because they can just get it for free? So do you think that's kind of the reasons why people...
it's very easy, you know, in this world of technology to access music, even if you copyright it.
Yeah.
You know, people can still access it anyway. Yeah. So why not use that to my advantage? Just that, like, when I come here, everyone is singing my songs, all of them.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Do you think, in terms of getting Zimbabwean music to the diaspora, do you think it's a solo thing, like one artist should do it by themselves, or do you think it should be a uniting thing, like to bring Zimbabwean music rather than just bring Nox to the diaspora?
Well, I think the ideal thing is to have like a central website, you know, where people can be able to access. Yeah. But there's nothing like that at the moment, and no one has actually taken up that initiative. So it's up to us, the musicians, to make sure that we deliver the music to the people. You know? So it's very important to be connected on social media, to have like a website, you know, that people can go onto and be able to access the songs.
We see people like in Nigeria where they have like a dance or something, and all the artists do it, even though one artist started it, and they kind of support that. Do you think that's something that's happening with Zimbabwean music or with the Zimbabwean music industry?
Well, I don't know if we actually have a dance in Zim.
Yeah.
Because all the dances that we do, we either copy them from Congo, like rumba dances and stuff. But there's a new song that I have. Yeah. It's called Kongonya. It's coming out next year. It's on that kind of a tip. Hopefully, you know, it might become a trend as well.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your music label, Ice and Roses?
Ice and Roses is my company that specializes in 5 different things. We have got the studio side, whereby we have got the record label, and we've got artists signed onto it, including myself. I'm also signed to my label. And then we've got the video side. We also shoot videos, commercials and stuff. And then we also have the clothing side. We have a range of clothes that we sell. And then we want to venture into media as well, advertising and stuff.
I think a couple of months ago you released a new group. Is there anything exciting coming up that you can tell us about like the new albums and everything?
Their first album drops, I think, in February next year. They've got videos that they've done that we haven't released yet. But I can tell you, it's wow.
Yeah.
It's
bum 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 bum.
Like the Zim dancehall, and you obviously will categorize you, if you should, as urban groups. Do you think that there's still room for urban groups, or is like kind of being taken over by Zim dancehall?
I wouldn't want to, say that there isn't any room for because I'm still here.
Yeah.
And Trevor Dongo is there, Sandy Makalema is there. But you see what happens, music, like, it's a wave, Zim dancehall. For me, it's a wave. And if they can manage to brand it nicely, to keep good images, they can manage to actually prolong the wave so that it does not die.
Yeah.
But what's been happening of late, that the bad boy images that they have, and the violent behavior, on shores, for me, I don't think it's good for the genre.
Yeah.
But they've done a lot for the past 2 years. And for you to be relevant, you also need to appreciate that. And what I've done is I've also had collaborations with Soldier Love, Say Colors, Freeman, so that I remain relevant in that particular area.
Yeah.
I know nobody was expecting this.
Number one producer. No.
They call me into the OX.
That sounds your love. How we baby. Chikoka, gara, chilla, taure, unote, dokupe, kutufare, baby, ndo itase, ono ziva, ya ono lava, ndo kuitira, nekuti, takafitana, nene, lasti no danana, wewe, tobuda shine, kosto yenderana, takafitana, lasti no danana,
that there's kind of like a separation with artists for like the power, let me say, to kind of being like, I'm on the top at the moment? Do you think that's what's causing like the friction between the music industry?
In terms of Zim dancehall?
Yeah. In like we heard about Soldier Love and Sekalas, and do you think there's kind of like that friction, or do you think it's just the fans talking about it rather than the actual artist?
Well, I know both guys, and I don't think there's beef between them. But obviously they're from two different camps.
Yeah. And
now the fans, they sensationalize everything.
Yeah.
And the media also takes it up from the fans. And it will seem as if they actually have beef.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've got a problem with each other. If they do, maybe it's something personal that I don't know about.
That's right. Do you have any new music coming up, any new albums or any other collaborations?
Yeah. I've got a brand new album that's going to be released sometime in April next year.
Yeah.
It's called Africa's Best. It's a whole new level of music. And it features some guys from Nigeria. If you like, I'll play it for you some.
That'll be good.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
In a way that we will manage to bridge the gap between our music only being listened to by Zimbabweans.
Yeah.
You know, that's not good. Africa as a whole is a market on its own. And there is need for a special kind of sound that represents Zimbabwe, but that can be also understood, you know, in different countries.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that album is going to deal with the fact that everyone has to know about it. People from Ethiopia, from Kenya, they have to dance to it.
Like the recognition you get from Zimbabwe, I mean, we were reading on social media about like the awards that happen and like some artists were happy about. Do you think that there isn't as much support from the music industry in terms of like the awards you get, or do you think it's just the way it's done, it's not the way that the fans would like it to be done?
Well, it's a good thing that they are having, you know, those kind of what do you call it?
Awards.
Yeah. But for me, it's the process that I do not understand, because awards should not be a surprise. You know?
Yeah.
If you know that, for example, this year, Toke Vibes is the guy on top.
Yeah.
And then you hear that some other guy, you know, that
It's
you don't even know.
Yeah, you never knew.
Is the one who has been given that award.
Yeah.
You know? I don't mind that, because maybe they've got reasons why, you know. But I think talking about, I'm sure you want to ask about the Zimbabwean.
Yes.
Me, I'm a very outspoken person.
Yeah.
I speak my mind, I don't fear anyone. I actually say it's a good thing they did the Zimbabweans. But how do you call people from South Africa to judge the awards? Music, how does that work?
Yeah.
They don't even understand the language to start with. They don't understand who, like the person who was number one for the past 6 months, they don't even know. So how does that happen? The criteria is not, it was more of a secret, you know.
But do you think that's kind of like, for artists, the upcoming artists, do you think that's kind of setting them back, like there's not going to be a reward for us at the end? Or do you think they're not affected by that? Or?
I'm not sure, but people are different.
Yeah.
You know, some really feel very low when they don't get awards.
Yeah.
But, you know, everything is a season. And if you are an artist that believes that one day you are going to make it, you will never give up.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, for coming to our blog. Thank you. I hope we hear like more music coming up and more shows coming up.
Thank you.
And good luck with the upcoming shows.